we are working on one of the easiest and cutest little projects, a no-sew fabric picture frame magnet to put on your fridge. So this one is specifically based on the I-type Polaroid film. So this is the more traditional square size. You can apply this same process to any of your measurements. I make this for the fridge, so I'm trying to make it as lightweight as possible. So the cardboard that I used is actually from an Amazon box. It's like nearly paper thin, but sturdier than paper, obviously, so it won't weigh down the magnets like other cardboard might. This could also be a cereal box. I feel like that'd be a super good lightweight cardboard, but I am using a Polaroid for reference, so the measurements I'll be sharing do go with this. However, you can manipulate the measurements to fit, like if you shoot with the mini or just any other type of photo that you might be using. As for the glue, I'm using this Fabric Fusion. It's a permanent fabric adhesive, and I've used it on a few different projects before, including another fabric frame magnet. But the brand that I use is Aleene's. I believe I got this on Amazon. And then I have magnets right here. These I did get on Amazon. It's just a craft magnet. So these are held up by this glue very well. I haven't had any problems with that in the past. If you want just a little extra fluff, I would recommend using a little bit of batting, and then obviously the fabric that you pick out. The fabrics that I'm working with today are some of my most favorite fabrics I've ever owned. They are the Fabulism Sunstripes, so I'm doing this green shade right here, and then I'm also using this blue shade. So the first thing you're going to want to figure out is the size of your picture frame. So to get the actual photo to fall right in the middle, you want to make sure that you accommodate for this bottom piece. What I wanted to do was have that kind of right in the middle, but I wanted to leave room to glue it underneath. If you're using a traditional I-type film, the middle section is 3 inches by 3 inches. This entire square is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then for the back piece, I just wanted it to look slightly vertical. So what I did is I left about 1/2 inch on either side of this. And then on the top and the bottom, I left 1 inch. And we don't need too much excess on this since we're just folding this simply around the back. And then I will actually glue on a different fabric that I care less about on the back just to keep it having a clean look. Alright, so now we have our blue background. Cut out a little bit of batting that exactly equals the size of this cardboard piece. All right, so now we're gonna fold the corners in, add glue as we go, and also clip them down so that they can dry well. The trick for the crispiest corners is to actually bend in the corner first. So I'm gonna do that, add a little bit of glue. And again, if you have hot glue, that's gonna just naturally stick a lot better immediately than what I'm using, but before you put a side down, that both of the corresponding corners are glued down. And then what I'm gonna do is just clip this in place. And then we'll just repeat with the next corner. And then just do a quick check on this side to make sure it is all getting laid down, like the corners are how you want them to look. Cute. And clip that down. All right, so once we have this back piece glued, it should look something like this. And I just have it clipped as we're waiting for it to dry. So I'm just gonna set that to the side, and then we are going to work on the inside frame piece. The first thing that we're gonna do, just like we did last time, is get out our batting and cut a piece that's exactly the size. All right, and then just like last time, I'm going to glue this down. All right, and then we have the fabric for this part. So this one's gonna look a little bit different than before, but again, I'm just gonna give it some room, just like this. If I had more fabric, I would make it go a little bit wider, but we're working with what we've got. The difference with this piece is because there's this opening, we're gonna cut a little X here. So you want it close to the corners, but not too close where the cardboard's gonna show. Now we're gonna start gluing down the inside pieces. I'm gonna go do the corners in a very similar way to the way I did the background. And then when you finish, it should look pretty bad on the back side and pretty cute on the front. And now we're just gonna sit and let this one dry for a little bit. So the purpose of this back fabric is nothing more than to just keep it clean. So I'm just folding in all of these edges, and then I'm gonna glue along this edge just to hide this. But the reason we fold this in is to hide the raw edges. And just bear in mind, the more fabric that you're adding, the heavier your magnet will be. So if you don't have very strong magnets, or you don't care if the back is clean, this is a totally skippable step. So I'm pretty sure this is going to take about 6 magnets just to make sure it's really secure. And I'm gonna place them probably 3 up top. Now that this is mostly dry, I'm just gonna remove all of the clips. This part is the part that you don't wanna mess up. Because a Polaroid is bigger than the actual opening, make sure you do not glue in any Polaroid zone. You need to make sure, so especially this bottom piece, you only want to glue along the very edge. And honestly, to be safe, you should stay towards the edges on these two as well. Make sure, if there's one thing you don't do, is glue the top part, because you want to be able to slide it in like this, and you won't be able to if there's no opening. And before you add the glue, do plan out exactly where you want this to sit. So I'm just gonna make some markers right here. Right here, this side, this bottom piece, and to this side. And I'm just gonna push down lightly on the edges because I don't want the glue to spread too far. because I want to make sure that a Polaroid fits, but I don't want to wreck a Polaroid, I just cut out a piece of cardboard that's the same size. And I'm just gonna stick it in here as it dries to make sure. All right, it's officially the next day, so I let this dry overnight. Honestly, it was probably dry within like 2-ish hours. The magnet part takes a little bit longer to dry than the rest of it just because these are heavier. But here is what it will look like. The back doesn't have to be perfect since it's a magnet. And then I'll show you what it looks like with the actual photo in. So with these measurements, it'll put the photo right in the center and it won't have any of the Polaroid showing.